What up, 12s? Adam here. Coming at you today with a video to maybe help you deal a little bit with the Denver Bronco fan in your life. Usually that tax break that you get for hanging out with somebody with this big of a character flaw makes up for the time that's spent with them. But good Lord, not this week. They've been insufferable. So here are 5 things that you can put in your arsenal when talking to them this week. And if that's just too exhausting for you, just share with them this video. It'll be a lot of fun. Number 1, the Denver Broncos are the Anna Nicole Smith of the NFL. Now, I know that may not make a lot of sense right out of the gate, but let me explain. Look, they're basically the QB gold diggers of the entire league. About every, 4 to 5 years, they go out and try to poach somebody else's all-time franchise quarterback that's now over the hill, and then just hope to squeeze that last little bit of value out of their football lives for their own benefit. They're QB gold diggers. And it all stems from the fact that it's universally agreed around the league that they are absolutely terrible at identifying and drafting quarterback talent.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
You know, it's disappointing.
Oh, sorry, Drew. Didn't expect you to cut in there at the end there, but hey, man, those guys would know, wouldn't they? Look, you guys are so pathetic. You're lucky to even have John Elway. I mean, you lucked into him. If it wasn't for the fact that he threw a gigantic hissy fit and refused to play for the Indianapolis Colts, you wouldn't even have him to hang your hat on. You guys are pathetic. Stop QB gold digging. Number 2, second half of the year, Russell Wilson. Look, Bronco fan, I know you're enjoying first half of the year, Russell Wilson. And you probably should. In fact, eat it up. It's a lot of fun. I won't deny it. Especially when he's new to your organization and all the cliches are brand new to you as well. Like, why not us? And the separations in the preparation. And he goes down the entire offensive roster and tells you how even the 7th round rookie is going to be a game breaker. Then come the sexy deep balls down the sideline, all the scramble plays, a couple big moments. It's a good time. Enjoy it while you can, because it is fleeting. Because then comes second half of the season, Russell Wilson. All those sexy deep balls, they dry up. All of a sudden, he's holding on to the ball for way too long and taking unnecessary sacks for no reason. Too high safeties seem to be unsolvable. Zone defenses are impenetrable. And the offense grinds to a halt. All the while, you start to hear the whispers from, quote, Team 3, leaked to the people like the Rich Eisens of the world and things like that, throwing everybody under the bus except for Russell Wilson. This comes every single year for the last 3 years. And hey, you don't have to take my word for it, even though I've watched it over the last 3 years. Let's look at the numbers. If you take the last 8 games over the last 3 seasons for Russell Wilson and do the math, and I did, and that's how you know I'm passionate about this, because I freaking hate math. You average out his passer rating. You know what you come up with? A 96.6. Now, that's not disgusting, but it's barely pedestrian. But what does that compare to? Just so that we have an idea of reference here. Well, it turns out old Teddy Two Gloves for the Denver Broncos last year posted a 94.9, a whopping 1.7 point difference in passer rating. And honestly, that 96.6 that Russ put up over the last 3 years, that number is better than it looked on tape. I hope you enjoy spending all that draft capital and all that money for basically a Teddy Two Gloves collapse at the end of the next 3 seasons, 7 seasons, however long it is that Russ lasts for you guys. Which brings us to number 3, the Russell Wilson offense. Alex Rollins on YouTube actually does a really nice breakdown of this, so we'll leave a link to that down in the description for you guys. But it actually goes a little something like this. Over the last 10 years, Russ has had 3 different offensive coordinators, all with massively different backgrounds and running different offensive systems. Yet somehow, some way, each and every year, the offense always devolves into the same thing. Deep shots down the sideline to try to take advantage of one-on-one matchups, quick outs or quick hitches to the sideline, and the good old scribble play. And for those of you who are not familiar with the scribble play, it looks a lot like the offensive coordinator just sat in a meeting and just like ran his pen up and down the paper, just drawing random scribbles. because that's what it is in practice. Russ takes the ball, runs around in circles for 13 seconds, and then finds an open guy for a miraculous play. Unfortunately, that has been working less and less and less as his career has gone on, and he's lost a step. So this upcoming season, there are going to be a few things that you're never going to see again in your offense.
Yep, they're gone.
Forever?
Yep, forever. Here's a list of a few things that you guys will not see in your offense as long as Russ is running the show. The middle of the field. Russ will not throw to the middle of the field. I know this has become a little bit infamous over the last 6 months or so, but we've been watching this his entire career. Whether or not he can't or he won't throw to the middle of the field, I don't know what it is, but either way, it is absolutely not going to happen. And if it is, it's almost like it was by mistake. Another thing you won't see, screen passes. It is so frustrating to get screened to death by other teams and have your quarterback have a complete inability to throw a screen. But that's Russ. He cannot throw a screen for the life of him. And that kind of goes hand in glove with the other pass that he can't throw worth a darn, and that's the back corner fade in the end zone. Try that. It's a for sure incompletion. No doubt, forever, for life. Another thing that you're not going to see is running Russell Wilson. I know you think you're getting that mobile quarterback that gets you those extra tough yards with his legs, but he stopped doing that about 2-3 years ago. He just won't do it. And it's because he's getting a little bit older and lost a step. And he really can't outrun guys the way that he used to. Another thing you won't see, the simple pass to the flat or the check down. Nope. On 3rd and 2, instead of either a quick check down for the easy completion or on 3rd and inches, a quarterback sneak, which you won't see either, you're going to get the joy of watching Russ throw up kill shots time after time after time. It is maddening to not convert on 3rd and short on the regular because your quarterback has some sort of hero complex. It's just a heads up, guys, of some of the things you're going to see. And Nathaniel Hackett, he's not changing this. You think you're going to run the Shanahan-McVay offense and all that stuff? We just tried installing that last year. You know what Russ did? His own damn thing. Look, he's been in the league for 10 years now. The brand new offensive coach, he's going to have to cater to Russ. It's certainly not going to be the other way around. Number 4. The Broncos have a great defense. Are we sure? Look, I know the last few years they've been a good defense, but they also had Vic Fangio running that entire show, and they jettisoned him this last offseason. You guys brought in a brand new offensive-minded head coach, and you don't think the defense is going to take a step back at all? Well, I guess not, because you brought in a longtime stalwart defensive coordinator in Ichiro Evero? Ichiro? No, it's not the baseball player, right? Yeah, Ichiro Evero. Who the hell is that? Some assistant from the Rams? You bring him in, and as a first-time defensive coordinator, you think that you're not going to skip a beat? So when you guys all run around talking about how great your defense is going to be again, you might sit and look in the mirror and think to yourself, are we sure? Number 5, the Let's Ride curse. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the Let's Ride curse, it's an absolute real thing. It's a lot like the curse of the Bambino when he was traded way back in the day, or the Billy Goat curse that the Cubs suffered through for 100 years. The second that you poached our all-time franchise quarterback, you unleash this upon yourselves. Now, I would have named it something else because, let's face it, the Let's Ride curse, Let's Ride, it's so phony. God, it's disgusting. I can't believe you guys let Team 3 sit and workshop this for I don't know how many months. How many focus groups did this go through to get to Let's Ride? Heck, I can practically picture Russell Wilson in front of his home green screen practicing. Broncos country. Giddy up. No, I don't. That doesn't have the right ring. Broncos country. Yeehaw! No, I don't know. That's a little weird. Broncos country. Let's ride. My God, it's so freaking disgusting. The whole league hates it. You guys are a laughingstock with this thing. And if you don't believe me that the Let's Ride curse has infiltrated your organization, the Tim Patrick injury is evidence of it. Your stadium lighting on fire spontaneously throughout the offseason. That was a sign of the Let's Ride curse. How about the brain worm that has infected John Elway? The Let's Ride brain worm. Don't believe me? Here's the evidence. Unhinged Scooter Elway.
Let's ride!
Oh, God. Oh, it never gets old. Unhinged Scooter Elway is the best. Unbelievable. So I thought maybe going into this week 1 matchup that you guys will probably win, if we're going to be honest, that I might make a plea to Russ himself. Look, man, we had an awesome 10 years, and then you stabbed us in the back and left. Maybe we could make some kind of deal. Instead of playing like first half of the year Russell Wilson, could we maybe, just maybe, get a vintage, I don't know, week 11 performance? Does it sound like a deal?
Hey, Seattle, we got a deal.
Aw, thanks, buddy. It's nice to know that those 10 years actually did mean something to you, too. Appreciate it. Thank you for the week 1 win. Now, was this video both petty and bitter? You bet your sweet ass it was. Was it also super cathartic? You bet your sweet ass it was. And I think with that, there's only one thing left to say. 43-8.